Hi, welcome to Flaming Gorge Dam and Reservoir. My name's Jessie and I'm going to be your tour guide today. We'll start right here where we can see a small percentage of Flaming Gorge Reservoir. We actually have 375 miles of shoreline and we stretch back 91 miles. On an average year, we have about 123 trillion gallons of water in our reservoir. The deepest spot in our reservoir is right here in front of our dam, where we're usually about 440 feet deep. The construction of our dam was a 7-year process and we worked under 3 different presidents. We were authorized in 1957 by President Eisenhower. In 1963, JFK turned on our first generator. And in 1964, we were dedicated by Lady Bird Johnson. Now we'll move up to our walkway where we can get a great view of our gantry crane. This large green structure is our gantry crane. We use that when we do maintenance on our emergency shutoff gates. We plug it in and it rolls right along those tracks all the way out to the center of our dam. However, one thing that's really nice about our gantry crane is we don't have to block up any traffic when we do our maintenance. If you look right in between the tracks, you'll notice there's a large opening. Cars can actually drive right through the center of our gantry crane while we're doing our maintenance. On our gantry crane, we have a 15-ton hoist and a 70-ton hoist. Those hoists will come down and go into the gatehouses and pick up those emergency shutoff gates and bring them all the way back here so we can do any necessary maintenance. We usually do things like cleaning off the algae, throwing on a fresh coat of paint, that sort of thing. And now we'll head over to our River Vista area. From our River Vista area, you have a beautiful view of our lovely Green River. As you can tell, it gets its name from that brilliant green coloring. That color comes from the lime and algae and mineral deposits on the bottom of the river. When we first built our dam here, the Green River at this point wasn't green at all. In fact, it ran brown and muddy. It was green up at its source up in the Wind River Mountains, this side of the Tetons, but by the time the water got all the way down to us, it had collected a lot of mud and silt and that sort of thing. However, after we built our dam and blocked all that water up in our reservoir, all of that mud naturally deposits somewhere between 50 and 60 miles back into our reservoir. So by the time the water gets all the way to the dam, it comes out nice and clear and we can really see that brilliant green color shining through. After we got that nice, clean, clear water, we started stocking some fish down in our river. We're really pretty proud of our fish here. We are a blue ribbon trout fishery. We have about 10,000 fish per mile for the first 5 miles, then we drop down a little bit after that. One of the most popular views on our tour is the overlook of the dam area. From here you can see 455 feet of our dam. Our dam is actually 502 feet tall. Just to give you a little estimate of how long we are, if you were to take the Empire State Building, lay it on its side, put a little curve in it like our dam has, it would reach all the way from canyon wall to canyon wall. We are as long as the Empire State Building is tall. We get water through our dam in 3 different ways. Our first and primary way, and the way we generate our electricity up here, is through what we call penstock tubes. Those are large tubes which run down the center of the dam. The water comes in from the reservoir side, it goes down those tubes. Once it gets to the bottom, it hits a large fan-like structure called a turbine. The pressure of the water causes that turbine to spin. Our other 2 ways we get water through our dam are what we call bypass systems. We use those when we need to bypass our generators for some reason, or mainly on years of excess water, when we just need to get more water through our dam than our generators can handle. The first of those 2 ways are what we call hollow jet valves. It's a pretty neat show when we open those tubes up all the way. They can shoot water out almost 150 feet. Those 2 little tubes shoot out about 4,000 cubic feet per second of water. Our third way we get water through our dam is what we call a spillway. It's a large concrete structure that works a lot like a bathtub overflow. We lift up the gates and the water runs off the top of the reservoir. It runs through a 675-foot tunnel down to our river level. That spillway, when open all the way, can release somewhere between 28 and 30,000 cubic feet per second of water. This is the top of our selective withdrawal system. A selective withdrawal system is a series of gates which run in front of our penstock tube openings. They allow us to choose the depth and temperature of water we take from our reservoir and put down into our river. With these, we're able to maintain our river very consistently between 52 and 55 degrees at all times, and that's just perfect for our fish population. Now that we've seen our selective withdrawal system, let's go ahead and go down to our generator room. We've now come down 422 feet inside our dam to our power plant level. Let's go take a look at our generators. We're now in our generator room. We have 3 generators here at Flaming Gorge Dam. They're each 50 megawatt generators. They can each supply enough residential power for 70,000 people. After the power leaves our generators, it comes here to our transformers, where it gets stepped up from 11.5 kilovolts to 138 kilovolts. It then goes to our switchyard, where it gets distributed to all of our power customers. The original purpose of Flaming Gorge Dam was not power production. However, the revenue generated from our power production allowed us to not only pay for the construction of our dam, but it continues to provide the funds necessary for annual operation and maintenance, enabling us to be self-sufficient. The original purpose of Flaming Gorge Dam was water storage, irrigation, and flood control. In addition to that, it provides many other benefits, such as recreation on our reservoir and on our river. I hope you've enjoyed your tour of Flaming Gorge Dam today. Thank you for visiting our recreation area. If you have any more questions, please visit the people inside of our visitor center. Thank you.